What's going on YouTube? This is Azriel the One here. Obviously, I got another video for y'all tonight. Excuse me. Of course, before every video, you know I gotta do my admin notes. Last I checked, we were at 270 subscribers. There are at least 3 or 4 days left in the month. Let's make it to 300, shall we? I did receive a challenge from Pinhead Blacks into a debate. I will put the video up sometime this week to respond to him. And finally, I want to thank you guys all for your show of support over the weekend and calling out a very dangerous thing that happened. I was very upset with the actions of Bone Picker 88. I'm not going to reiterate any position. I think I've made my position very clear. However, I will like for you guys to not go over there to just troll people. If you go over to Tyrone's page, I'm asking you, stick to the issues. If you want to talk to the man on the issues. Don't go over there to troll him. Don't call a show to troll him. Stick to talking the issues. How we make progress, how we debunk this guy is talking about the issues. Raising valid points. Is either one or two things will happen. Either he will get frustrated and he will continue to regress, or he will open himself up to the dialogue and make some sense. Either way, it's a win-win. Now, tonight, excuse me, and I do apologize because I'm coming down with a freaking cold. It's too cold out here. I wanted to talk about this dynamic of white people do it too. So we'll call this a part 2 of white people do it too, and we're going to call this particular portion "Stop Blaming the White Man." Now, I know what you're thinking. How can you say the white man doesn't hold us down? You just sound like Payless Rising, and you sound like all these other YouTubers. You're a fucking coon. You are a Sambo. You're a sellout. You're wrong. The reason why I say stop blaming the white man, because it is a symptom of a huge flaw in our community. That is called irresponsibility, otherwise known as lack of accountability. We see it every day in our personal lives. Fathers not taking care of their children, mothers not being sexually responsible, the children not doing what they should to prepare them for a better, brighter tomorrow. And all too often, we have been taught, no bread, to say on command, when shit doesn't go right, the white man did it. The white man's holding me down. I want y'all Negroes to pay attention to this example. You are 13% of the United States population. And despite the statistics, the 80% of the men are going to end up in jail. Female children of single mothers are 6 times as likely to be single mothers themselves. Notice one specific truth. When it comes down to elections, and that state senator wants his job, the incumbent wants to remain in office, in the presidency, or new presidents to be elected, notice whose vote they go after the hardest. Yours. Then you get mad when you don't get what he promised you. And you'll say the white man is holding us down still. I say all that to point this out to you. It is your own fault. We cannot continue to blame a white individual, a person who no longer has to go out and actively hold us down. Because there's a new type of racism out. It's called laissez-faire racism. Laissez-faire racism clearly is you just point out some flaws and you attribute it to one people and use it as an explanation of why they're struggling. I.e., because black people do not have family values. That's why their women are going out and getting pregnant by all different types of men. Because there are no fathers in the homes teaching their sons how to be men. These men grow up to be weak, effeminate. They go out there, commit all kinds of crimes, and they will be repeat offenders. These children are ignorant. They place more value on their physical appearance rather than their mental construction. what I mean by mental construction is how they construct their ability to reason, think, appropriate, and use logic, problem solve, as well as scholastic achievement. Now, where am I going with all this? I'll tell you. See, when you blame the white man Negro, what you're really saying is, I am incapable of thinking for myself. I am incapable of accepting responsibility for my actions. Therefore, although I have the physical appearance of an adult, I am still a fucking child. Treat me as such. And then when that same white man or that Asian man or that Latino man or that Arab treats you as a fucking kid, you get mad. Don't get mad. Be fucking ashamed of yourselves. It is so easy for you to offer an excuse when it's so much difficult for you to do the right thing. And yet, doing the right thing, taking accountability is so much more gratifying. But you won't do it, will you? It's like this freaking debate that we have going online about the black women. Notice that there are two types of black women that fall on this divide here in YouTube land. Three. The ones that take accountability but are fence riders. The ones that refuse to take accountability and want to play the blame game. And those who do take accountability and own their shit and try to do better. The same goes for the men. Same categories. Yet, here we are. All of us are still saying the same damn thing. The white man, the white man, the white man. Look, excuses are like opinions, and their opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And as far as I'm concerned, we are not going to progress as a people until we fucking learn to stop blaming other people. It is so simple. I know I keep saying it because I want to drill this into your heads. By causative research, simple logic. How many of you will sit there and deal with a case of police brutality, and you'll say that's fucked up, the police are abusing us? And that is true. No doubt about it. But how many of you same Negroes will get up and say, we're going to do something about it? We're going to go down to One Police Plaza. We're going to stand up there. We're going to demand that the police commissioner do something about it. We're going to go to these precincts and talk to the captains, talk to the head honcho in charge, and say, we're tired of your officers planting drugs on us. We're tired of your officers having officer misconduct with our women. We are tired of being stopped because we are walking while black. How many of you? Be honest. How many of you? That's what I thought. But you're quick to say the white man does this. Look at the surroundings and where you live. Your streets are filthy. You got pissy hallways. You can't get adequate plumbing. Your heat doesn't work very good in the fucking winter. And instead of you marching to demand better living conditions, you'll march where your Sean Bells get shot, where Jesse Hapless Jackson and Al Sharpton. You'll march with them. You'll march when George Zimmerman's shoot your sons down like dogs in the street. You'll march then. But you won't march when people are getting killed in Chicago every day. You won't march when you live in fucking slums and the city, who keeps fighting these landlords, won't take any further action. You won't march on that. But you'll just say, the white man is holding us down. You'll sit there and say the white man is holding you down when you can't get that job. But notice how you name your fucking kids names with nothing, no meaning, no value attached to it. But the white man's keeping from you getting a job. But you can't get your ass to work on time because you're too busy the night before going to the club to turn up. Or how about we put so much value on trinkets. We put so much empty value on physical appearance. We can memorize the latest Lil Wayne song, but we can't memorize a periodic table. We can't get invested in computer sciences, health. You know, the fields that we're vastly getting outpaced in. Hell, even the music industry ain't ours anymore. And speaking of the music industry, we can complain when the white man, the white cop, the white lawyer, the white judge, the white politician can demean us. But our own superstars call our women bitches and whores, sluts, skeezers, sexually objectify the females, and the female artists objectify the men. It's a food for thought, huh? So instead of blaming the white man who really only has to sit down and marvel at the fact that all he took was a few years of fucking with you mentally, breaking you down mentally, even though you have shown and have proven that you can build an individual society that does not need his input, he marvels at how he gave you a chance to be considered equal to white folks in his society, and you guys have regressed to being chimps and apes in the fucking zoo for his personal display. Now tell me that ain't fucked up, black people. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm just a sellout, I'm a fucking coon, and I'll just look there and look at you and say, look the hell around you. Look around you. It would be far simpler, far more difficult, but far more gratifying if you took the words, the white man holds me down, and changed it to what it really means. I'm holding me down. I am incapable. And then once you admit to yourself that you are incapable, do something to make yourself capable.